You're such a nerd, Double Dragon 912. Yep, and I'm proud to be a nerd. Video games are awesome. Hey, what's going on, ladies and gentlemen? Good morning, good evening, good afternoon, wherever you are in this world. Double Dragon 912 is in the building, and we're back again with another top 10. This time we're going to do a top 20, ladies and gentlemen. Today I'm going to do my top 20 favorite beat 'em up games of all time. This is one of my favorite genres of all time, ladies and gentlemen. It took me a while to put all this together, but I want you guys and girls to sit back and relax and enjoy my top 20 favorite beat 'em ups from all time. I'm pulling beat 'em ups from everywhere, ladies and gentlemen. I play a lot of beat 'em ups over my years on this earth, and I hope you enjoy this list. Without further ado, let's get into this. Coming in, ladies and gentlemen, at number 20 has to be Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Rescue Palooza. A lot of you guys and girls probably have never heard of this game. I understand, but this is a free to play game that a guy that's a die-hard Turtle fan picked out to give to us Turtles fans. And this game came out before they made Shredder's Revenge and all other kind of Turtle games, but this is a PC exclusive, and this game has all the Turtles villains and cartoon characters packed in one game. He put like everything that you can think of Turtle games into this game, ladies and gentlemen. It's got all the Turtles. It got Bebop, Rocksteady. It even got some of the characters from the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles shows. It's got Hothead. Let me think of some more. The bunny, the bunny guy. You got Pariah in there, Shredder's daughter. You got everything just about that was in the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle shows and movies in this game, ladies and gentlemen. It's free to download. If I can find the link, I'm pretty sure I can. I'm going to put it down there in the description so you can download it for anybody that got a PC. It'll run on any PC. It's not graphical pushing the PC like that, but it's a great beat 'em up game to have. I put a couple of people on it, but it is awesome. This is probably one of the best Turtle games ever made. A lot of people don't know about it because it was, like I said, it's made by a fan. It's a fan-made Turtles game, and they did a great job on it. The guy that did this, I tip my hat out to him because he did a great job on Turtles. He is truly a Turtles fan that did this game. So coming in, ladies and gentlemen, at number 20, when it comes to top beat 'em ups of all time, I have to give it to Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Rescue Palooza.
Wow, am I glad to see you guys. Oh no.
Surprise! We got you now.
Alrighty, ladies and gentlemen, let's get this thing keep rolling, baby. Rolling. Keep this countdown rolling. Let me stop being silly. Coming in, ladies and gentlemen, at number 19 on my top 20 favorite beat 'em ups of all time has to be the Simpsons arcade game. Wow. Simpsons arcade game, ladies and gentlemen. I was a big fan of Simpsons back in the day. I know the Simpsons is probably one of the longest running TV series of all time. I think it's still going to this day. And number 19 has to be the Simpsons arcade game. I pumped so many quarters into this game. In this game, ladies and gentlemen, you can play as Bart, Lisa, Homer, and Marge. And pretty much the whole game is about Maggie's done got kidnapped and you got to go find her, and you pretty much fight everybody in the Simpsons cartoon show. If you're a Simpsons fan, this is one of the greatest games to ever play, Legend. They did release this game a while back on the 360 and the PS3 in the arcades, but hey, they took it down for copyright issues or something like that. I don't get it, but I think if you can find it, the only way you really can play this game is through MAME, because they ain't selling it no more, so you gotta emulate it through MAME. That's the way I'm playing it right now, as you see in the background. But yeah, great arcade game, beat 'em ups at its finest, ladies and gentlemen. You play through the Simpsons arcade, not arcade, but Simpsons show, and you fight just about everybody in the Simpsons show, and it's just great, clean, beat 'em up fun. I just remember when I was growing up in the arcade where I grew up, ladies and gentlemen, our dad gave us some quarters. We pumped a whole bunch of the quarters into this game. Well worth it, ladies and gentlemen. I recently played it again not too long ago, and it was good. I ain't got no problem with it. Coming in, ladies and gentlemen, at number 19 has to be the Simpsons arcade game. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, we on to number 18, ladies and gentlemen. Number 18, a lot of people might have not heard of this game, but coming in at number 18, ladies and gentlemen, is Cadillacs and Dinosaurs. Ladies and gentlemen, this is a very particular crazy title. I never heard of it back in the day. Unfortunately, in this game, we never got a home port, never got a console release. It stayed in the arcades, and the only way you can really play this game is probably through MAME or emulation. But Capcom, they should bring this game back out on, later, this generation of consoles, PS4, PS5, Xbox, all that. They should bring it back out, man. This is a great arcade classic. The story is pretty much you in the future, and I don't know where they get the Cadillac from. I guess it's from because your characters, they drive Cadillacs, and dinosaurs are roaming the earth, and you trying to protect the dinosaurs, and it's just clean beat 'em up fun. You play as the girl on there, I forgot her name. You play her and 3 other characters. So pretty much, I think it's 3 or 4 player co-op. I think it's 3 player co-op. Correct me if I'm wrong down in the comment section. But typical Capcom beat 'em ups, ladies and gentlemen. Did a great job on this one. I enjoyed this one, playing it. Finally, when I got a chance to play it, because people kept talking about it in the beat 'em up circle, like, sidekicks. Have you ever heard of Cadillac and Dinosaurs? I said, no, I never heard of it. I want to play it. I said, no. I said, did it ever come out on Super Nintendo, Sega, any of that? They said, no, it never came out on that, man. It stayed in the arcades. I said, okay, well, unless I get emulating, I can't play it. I would love to buy it. If they gave it for me to purchase, I'd definitely go out there and buy it, but you can't. Shout out to my homie Ben, hooked me up with this MAME emulation thing. Now, that's why I was able to play it, ladies and gentlemen. But ladies and gentlemen, if you can find it through MAME, please play Cadillac and Dinosaurs. You would love it. So coming in, ladies and gentlemen, number 18 is Cadillacs and Dinosaurs. Swamp. Okay. She got a long reach too. Man, I bet you if I had played this back down and pumped some of the cords into this game, all right, no. You not the real Blade.
No, I'm not, man. Blade's not here right now, so I can act like him.
Okay. I'm gonna tell Blade about you, man. You out here imitating. You gonna get upset. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we're down to number 17. Coming in, ladies and gentlemen, at number 17 is Ninja Warriors. Now, I'm not talking about the arcade Ninja Warrior. I'm talking about the one that came out on Super Nintendo. And in my opinion, there's a better version of this game that came out recently, not too long ago, a couple of years ago. Came out on Nintendo Switch, PS4, and I think Xbox. It was Ninja Saviors. They couldn't use Ninja Warriors no more because I guess it was trademarked. You know, that famous show Ninja Warriors out there. But if you can find it, ladies and gentlemen, because it's out there, you can download it now on PS4 and Nintendo Switch, called Ninja Saviors. It's pretty much the upgrade version of the version I'm talking about. Ninja Warriors first came out on Super Nintendo. It's a one-player game. You play as 3 ninjas. You play as the girl ninja with the yellow hair. You played as the big ninja with the nunchucks. Then the other ninja with the size, kind of like size on his arms. And that was pretty good. I beat that. And then they remade it and added 2 new characters on there. And they added co-op, because on the original version, on the Nintendo version, Super Nintendo version, you couldn't play co-op. It was just one player. Still was a fun game, but the even better version is the PS4 version and the Nintendo Switch version. Pick up that version if you can, because it adds co-op and it adds 2 unlockable characters on there. Pretty good. Pretty much this whole story on the Ninja Warriors, ladies and gentlemen, actually has a decent story. Pretty much this corrupt company took over, and the rebellion, hired these 3 ninja warriors that are cyborgs to take back over the company and try to take over the world. But the ending is kind of controversial. That's all I'm gonna say. No spoilers or anything. The ending kind of controversial, and it kind of make you think about things sometimes. But overall, it's a great beat 'em up, clean beat 'em up funs. You got power ups on there. Like the more you hit, the more that little gauge under there build up, and you can do a special move with it. And you know, just plain good old hack and slash beat 'em up fun. Love me some Ninja Warriors, ladies and gentlemen. Coming in, ladies and gentlemen, number 17 is Ninja Warriors, SNES/Ninja Saviors, which is on PS4 and Nintendo Switch. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, coming in at number 16 has to be Captain Commando. No, a lot of you guys and girls did not know about Captain Commando. Like, when Captain Commando came out on Marvel vs. Capcom, a lot of people like, who is this guy? I mean, I was in the arcade playing Marvel vs. Capcom. They're like, who is this guy? Like, man, I know who this is. It's Captain Commando. I played that on Super Nintendo and in the arcade back in the day. Man, Captain Commando is a great beat 'em up, ladies and gentlemen. It came out on Super Nintendo and it came out in the arcade. And I heard it came out on the PlayStation 1. Never played that version. But either version, ladies and gentlemen, you either pick up the arcade version or the SNES version. The SNES version is kind of gimped. You can only do 2-player co-op. Whereas in the arcade version, you can do 3-player co-op. But I have beaten both versions, and I like them both equally. I ain't got no problem. Either way, either one that you get, ladies and gentlemen, hey, you will have a great time on it. You can pick it up. There's a Capcom beat 'em up collection that's out on current gen consoles. Capcom beat 'em up collection, that's the name of it, and you can play Captain Commando that way. Or, like I said, if you got an old Super Nintendo emulator, you can check it out that way. There's several ways to check out this game. But anyway, this game is pretty much based in the future. You play as Captain Commando, Mac the Knife, the baby on there. There's a little baby inside the machine, and the ninja. And the ninja dude was my favorite character. And pretty much it's some aliens trying to take over the world, and you go through all the levels, and supposed to be a Metro City. I'm guessing this is Metro City in the future. Who knows? But hey, great beat 'em up fun, man. Play through the whole arcade game. So I think about 7 to 8 levels. I can't remember how many levels it is, but it's great, man. I enjoyed it. You won't go wrong with the Super Nintendo version or any version. You will have a great time playing this beat 'em up, ladies and gentlemen. Coming in, ladies and gentlemen, at number 16 is Captain Commando. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we're down to number 15, ladies and gentlemen. Coming in, ladies and gentlemen, at number 15 is Final Fight, the arcade version. We ain't talking about that garbage SNES version. If y'all want to see my thoughts on it, check out the last video. There'll be a iCard or link in the description. But Final Fight Arcade, ladies and gentlemen, is pretty much Capcom's. They really brought beat 'em ups to the forefront. You know, Double Dragon did it first, then Capcom, you know, capitalized on that, and they took it to another level. Now, I give credit where credit due. Final Fight is an amazing game. You play as Cody, Guy, and Hagar. And in this version, you know, well, not this version, this game, Mad Gear Gang has kidnapped Jessica, and it's Mike Hagar's daughter, and you got to pretty much beat up all the punks and get her back. Classic beat 'em up trope, but I don't mind classic beat 'em up tropes. I love beat 'em ups, ladies and gentlemen. Beat up the punks. Everybody got their little, you know, punching move. You know, like Cody, he a baller, but not baller. He probably is a baller. He a brawler. He punch like that. And then Guy, he, you know, he does his little side punches like a ninja, ninjutsu, and then Hagar, he's just gonna throw you, power drive you. You know, you got something for everybody in this game. You know, everybody. You want the brawler, get Cody. You want the more ninjutsu type of guy, get Guy. Literally Guy. If you want the wrestler, the slower guy, get Hagar. Give you a good variety of characters. Great beat 'em up at its finest, ladies and gentlemen. If you have not played Final Fight, you must be sitting up on a rock somewhere. Please, I implore you, pick up Final Fight, ladies and gentlemen. There's plenty of ways to pick it up. Like I said, the easiest way probably is if you got a PS4 and a Nintendo Switch or whatever, download it on they network services. I think it's called Capcom Beat 'em Up Collection. Download it that way, ladies and gentlemen. You play Final Fight, and it's on numerous of consoles, ladies and gentlemen. Final Fight been ported to some everywhere, but stay away. I repeat, stay away from the SNES version. You will be highly disappointed, in my opinion. All right, ladies and gentlemen, with me ranting about that, coming in, ladies and gentlemen, at number 15 is Final Fight, the arcade version. This is one crazy game, ladies and gentlemen. Shouts out to Angry Video Game Nerd. He kind of brought this to the forefront. But I had heard about it before he even made it about it, man, because I used to see gameplay footage of it. Coming in, ladies and gentlemen, at number 14 on my list is Ninja Baseball Batman. Wow, this is one crazy arcade game, ladies and gentlemen. Like I said, we appreciate that Angry Video Game Nerd bring this to the forefront. But if you have not played this game, try to play it, ladies and gentlemen. If you got a PC out there, see if you can find it on MAME. That's the only way you can play it. I can't believe they didn't release this to consoles, because this is one crazy, insane beat 'em up, ladies and gentlemen. Literally, you play with baseball players that are supposed to be ninjas, and each one of them got different special moves. And shoot, there's still so many moves on this game. I done beat the game twice. I love it. There's so many moves on this game that you can unlock. I still ain't unlocked all the games. That will make you want to play, give you replay value, but there's so many extra special moves you can unlock on this game. The story is crazy. I don't even know what's going on in this story. I only played through it twice, and I still don't understand the story. That's how wacky and crazy the story is. But the graphics are great. The gameplay is great. And it's just a clean beat 'em up game. And this game got, like I said, so many different special moves on this game that you won't unlock all of them through one playthrough. I haven't played through it twice. Once by myself, and I think I played it with NATO Maddox. Shout out to him. I still ain't unlocked all the special moves on this game. That's how fun and creative they put into this game. This game is amazing, ladies and gentlemen. I so wish they would bring this game out to modern day consoles. See, this is why emulation is good, ladies and gentlemen. I'm gonna go on a little rant here. If it wasn't for emulation, I would have never been able to play this game, because it would have been stuck in arcades. And ain't everybody can get an arcade system. I think they only made like 5,000 of these in the world, and you can't find, everybody can't find an arcade board or Ninja Guy, not Ninja Guy, I'm tripping. Ninja Baseball Batman. The only way you can play it is through emulation. Where else can you play it? So people, before y'all get to turn your nose up at emulation, this is one of the reasons why emulation still needs to stay alive, because there's no other way to play this game. You can't go buy it nowhere. It's not on any of the PlayStation, the Xbox, Nintendo Switch, none of those services out there. You can't buy it nowhere. You gotta literally emulate it to play it. So ladies and gentlemen, if you got a PC out there, get somebody to teach you how to do MAME and download this game. It is amazing. I love it. I wish they would bring it out, like I said, on classic consoles. They did. I will buy it. So coming in, ladies and gentlemen, at number 14 is Ninja Baseball Batman. It is. Oh yeah. Yeah, this is like one of the rarest beat 'em ups out there. Now, if they brought this back out to Xbox Live or PlayStation Network or Nintendo Switch, I would buy it day one. Oh yeah! Fight an airplane on the plane, y'all. Y'all see this? I said you fight an airplane on an airplane. Oh yeah, oh yeah. Cowabunga, cowabunga. Ladies and gentlemen, if you're a kid that grew up in the 90s, you had to know about this game. Coming in, ladies and gentlemen, at number 13 is Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, the arcade game, ladies and gentlemen. Wow, I cannot tell you how many quarters I pumped into this game. In the 90s, ladies and gentlemen, if you was a kid in the 90s, one of the biggest things was the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. You had Raphael, Michelangelo, Leonardo, and Donatello, and this was the first arcade game they put out there. And this game was amazing, ladies and gentlemen. I pumped so many quarters into it. And, you know, it's pretty much based off the cartoon series, and I was a huge fan of the cartoon series, and actually being able to play as your favorite turtle. My favorite turtle was Michelangelo. At me, best turtle out there, my opinion. He's my favorite turtle, and I used to always play as him, and me and a couple of kids in the 90s. Used to go through that thing and just, man, so many memories. And if you want to pick this game up, ladies and gentlemen, the easiest way to get this game is Cowabunga Collection. Go pick it up, ladies and gentlemen. The Cowabunga Collection is out on every console out there. PS4, Xbox One, PC, Nintendo Switch is out there. I highly recommend you pick up this game, ladies and gentlemen. This is the Turtles at its finest. Cowabunga! Cowabunga! Alrighty, ladies and gentlemen. Number 12, ladies and gentlemen. Coming in, ladies and gentlemen, at number 12 is Streets of Rage 4. Wow. Now, Streets of Rage 4, ladies and gentlemen, I was so afraid that they was going to drop the ball on this game. You know, a lot of people was hating it, talking about the art style, it don't look right, blah, 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 blah. Whatever, the art style looks amazing. They got Blaze on there looking right. This joke was thick. So hot, want to touch the honey. Well, y'all know what I'm saying. Art style is amazing, and I got to give the people over there at .emu credit. Not only did they appeal to the new fans by making the art style the way they did, they also gave you a way to unlock the old school characters like the Streets of Rage 2 sprites and even Streets of Rage 1 sprites. And the way you do it, you didn't have to pay it. It wasn't locked behind no paywall. That I love. It was not locked behind no paywall. All you had to do is beat the game 3 or 4 times and you unlock every character. Every time you kept playing through it, this was at replay value. Every time you play through the whole game, you unlock a different character. So I played through this game and beat it about 4 or 5 times to unlock. You unlock Streets of Rage 2 characters, and you unlock Streets of Rage 1 characters, and you unlock Adam. And who else? Adam, and although they did do this, but I ain't mad about them doing this. You can play as Max, because Max is in the game, but you got to fight him as a boss. Spoiler alert. And Shiva, you got to play as them. You can play as them, but you had to buy DLC for that. I don't mind that. Now, don't get me wrong. That's wrong. Wrong is wrong. But I don't mind paying for 2 more characters. Shiva and Max, and what else did they give you? Shiva and Max, and they give you an extra mode, like some type of, I forgot the name of the mode. Y'all know down in the comment section. I forgot some type of extra mode they give you for the DLC. And the DLC ain't that much. It don't cost too much, but I'll support this game because it's a great game, great gameplay, 4-player co-op, 2-player online co-op, but 4-player co-op locally. And just overall great game. It fits the nostalgia in me. I love Streets of Rage series. Great series to have. And 4, it pretty much take place right after 3. It's so many years later. And pretty much in this game, you fighting Mr. X's son and daughter. And they up to no good. And all the gang get back together and try to stop them from taking over the city and doing something stupid. And overall, it's just a great, great game, ladies and gentlemen. .emu did their thing. They did not drop the ball. I am proud of them. I am happy. As a Streets of Rage fan, I give them a 10 out of 10. They did a great job. Love this game. Coming in, ladies and gentlemen, at number 12 is Streets of Rage 4. All right, ladies and gentlemen, let's keep this thing rolling. Coming in, ladies and gentlemen, number 11 is Final Fight 3. Final Fight 3, ladies and gentlemen, was, to me, in my opinion, was the best of all the Final Fight games. Not only, you play as Guy, you play as Mike Hagar. They introduced 2 new characters on this thing. You got Lucille and Dean. They pretty good. They added to the story. Dean on there. Pretty much you trying to get revenge because the Mad Gear game took out his whole family. And then you got Lucille, she a cop. And not only did they get the 2-player co-op right in this, it's a Super Nintendo exclusive. They got the 2-player co-op right in this. If you don't have extra player, you can actually do 2-player. This first game I ever seen where you can do 2-player autoplay, where pretty much you and the computer player will play with you, so you won't be alone. You can do autoplay on there, and you and the computer player can go through the whole game. That's a very unique feature, ladies and gentlemen. I ain't never seen that on any beat 'em up I ever seen. That was the first one I ever seen a beat 'em up do that. Well, you ain't got nobody to play with you. You can do autoplay and the computer will play with you. That's pretty tight there, ladies and gentlemen. Pretty much Mad Gear game up to no good, and Mike Hagar go and get Guy, and then you have your other 2 components. Then this game has branching paths. Not only you can see different endings, you have branching paths. Like on one stage, if you knock down a sign, you won't get on the bus, you'll keep going. But if you keep the sign up there, you get on the bus and you'll go somewhere else. Branching paths, pretty tight. I gotta give them credits on that. I like this game, man. Love this game. Final Fight 3 was a great game. I had to get this one in my collection. Coming in, ladies and gentlemen, at number 11 is Final Fight 3. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, we're down to the top 10. Number 10, ladies and gentlemen, is Super Double Dragon. Wow. Now, this game is amazing. This game sometimes catches a lot of flack. I did a little history on this game. Shout out to Top Hat Gaming. He said that this game was the dude that made the game, huge Double Dragon fan. He wanted to put more into this game, wanted to do cut scenes and all kinds of stuff, but they ended up cutting a lot, and had to bring it out, and it was on a budget or whatever. But for what they did, it's an awesome game, ladies and gentlemen. Pretty much you play as Billy and Jimmy, Billy and Jimmy Lee, and I think in the instruction booklet you really can't find that out by actually playing the game. I think you supposed to rescue Marion again. But there's supposed to be more into this game, but it's clean, beat 'em up fun. This time you got move where you can grapple people. Like if they punch, you can stick your fist out there and grab their arm and do pop, 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 and do all different more. If it wasn't broke, they didn't try to fix it. They just added more to it. They added more to already the awesome combat of Double Dragon. They added more to it by adding grappling moves, and you can got a meter up under your life bar where you can, if you charge it up, you can do a spin kick, you can do a rounding punch, or you can charge all the way up and do anger mode where you be temporary anger for a couple of minutes. And overall, this is a great game. But let me give y'all a little education on this. Now, the Japanese version of this game, which now they done, you can actually get this version in America now. I think shouts out to who was that did that? I can't remember the studio name. I can't remember their name. I have it going up there, but called Return of the Double Dragon, which is Super Double Dragon with slight differences. And this version of the game, Super Double Dragon, they added like more to it. Like at the end of the game, before you go fight the last boss, it's a little bit longer. The songs are switched in different places, and the gameplay is slightly different. But either way, I played both versions, Return of Double Dragon and Super Double Dragon. And I like them both evenly. I don't like one over the other. They both great versions to have. If you can find either one of them, you won't go wrong, ladies and gentlemen. It's Double Dragon. It's Double Dragon at its finest. Like I said, either get the Japanese version, which is now an American. I forgot the Retro Bit. That's the name of the group. That's the name of the group, Retro Bit. There we go. Came back to me. You can buy it through Retro Bit. They got an American version that they brought out. It's coming in a red cartridge. If you got a Super Nintendo, you can check that out. And, you know, regular Super Double Dragon, which is also a great game. But both of them are great games, ladies and gentlemen. Check out Super Double Dragon. Coming in at number 10 on my list is Super Double Dragon. Ladies and gentlemen, coming in at number 9 has to be Knights of the Round on the Super Nintendo. Wow. Now, this game was actually pretty hard, ladies and gentlemen. For the longest, me and my brothers growing up never could beat this game. You have Lancelot, he won the Knights on there. You have Percival, and, you know, you play as King Arthur. It's pretty much a beat 'em up, hack and slash. It's one of the first beat 'em ups I've seen where you can level up. At each time you level up, your stats go up. So, like, with Lancelot, he was my favorite character on there. When you get to level 4, he get armor. When you get to level 8, he get more, like, different levels, you get different armor. Like, the first armor Lancelot gets is silver, then it go to gold, then his sword get bigger. King Arthur the same way. First, when he level up, he gets silver armor, then he get bigger sword. Excalibur get bigger. Then Percival, he the same way. His axe get bigger. His armor get bigger. Each level that you get on there, you know, your attributes change. You either get stronger, you either get faster, and it's pretty tight. It added some RPG elements in there. So not only was it a hack and slash beat 'em, it had RPG elements. It was tight, ladies and gentlemen. Great beat 'em up. I did play the arcade version. I think I beat the arcade version, but I just preferred the Super Nintendo version a little bit better. That was the first one I played, and I love the music on there. Do do do. Do. That's some good music. Capcom used to bust out some tunes on that Super Nintendo, ladies and gentlemen. So, ladies and gentlemen, coming in at number 9 on my list is Knights of the Round. Yeah, man, I like the way the controls feel. Nice. Come here, boy. Come here. I ain't beat you down a long time. Come here. Get him, Lancelot. Come here, boy. You better stop laughing. Better come get some. I know I stay out here, man. Hey, cuz, I want to see what happened to you. Yeah, you come get some of this sword. Tell him, Lancelot. Oh, I'm getting hit. It wasn't me. Almost got him. Oh, y'all see I'm talking junk. See I'm been fine. Been talking junk. Got it. I'll tell you one thing that's actually better. This one actually lets me capture it. So you know that last one I had, y'all want to watch that video, that last 600 game console. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we are down to number 8. Now this game, ladies and gentlemen, it make you mad that we never got an accurate port of this. Number 8, ladies and gentlemen, is Alien vs. Predator, the arcade version. I ain't talking about the Super Nintendo version. I don't even think I ever played that. That was like a butchered down version. I ain't even played it, but the arcade Capcom version that came out of arcade, we never got a proper port to, consoles or any type of console. It never came home. So the only way to play this game, literally, is you gotta emulate it. I think it might have came out on some Capcom arcade bundle that they brought out, I think it's a joystick where they have some games that emulated into it. I think it's the only way you can get Alien vs. Predator. But this is one of the finest beat 'em ups ever made. I love it. I used to put a lot of points in this one back in the day. You play as the two humans on there, Lynn Kawasawa. I think I said her name right. You can see her in the background of Street Fighter Alpha 2. And you play that dude pretty much an Arnold Schwarzenegger reject that I call him. He looks just like Arnold Schwarzenegger. And you play with the Predators. And pretty much the aliens done came to the world, and you and the Predators team up to stop them from taking over the world. Pretty tight beat 'em up, ladies. Self-explanatory. Had all type of super moves. Lynn Kawasawa, she was my favorite because she had the sword. It's true, yeah, you love playing with her. She said, let's do it, Not only was she hot, but she had the sword and all that stuff. It was just a tight beat 'em up game, ladies and gentlemen. I loved it. I put so many chords into this game, I can't even remember. I love this game. Coming in, ladies and gentlemen, at number 8, self-explanatory, is Alien vs. Predator, the arcade version. All right, ladies and gentlemen, wind it down. Coming in, ladies and gentlemen, at number 7 is Double Dragon 2 NES version. You arcade purists out there might get mad at me about that, but I played the arcade versions of Double Dragon 1 and 2. Great games. I'm not going to take nothing away from them. My favorite Double Dragon was Double Dragon 2 on the Nintendo. Wow, because this game, let me tell you, this game was just straight up hard. This game will kick your tail. I don't care what mode you put it on, it will kick your tail. And on this game, ladies and gentlemen, one of the first games I ever played where you gotta beat it on Supreme Master, the hardest mode on the difficulty in the game, just to see the real ending. If you play on any other mode in this game, you can't see the real ending. They'll tell you, oh, start over. You ain't beat it right. Start over. You have to beat it on the Supreme Master difficulty just to see the real ending to the game, ladies and gentlemen. Now, what I did, I figured this out when I was younger. I ain't have no guide, no strategy guide, no nothing. I kept trying to beat this by myself. I never could beat it. Me and my brothers and my dad, he used to play with it. I kept trying to beat this game. Never could. No matter how hard I tried, I never could. So one day I put it on 2 players, and I want to see something. I'm kind of curious. Now, I wonder if I beat up Jimmy, can I get this live? Sorry about this, Jimmy. So I beat up Jimmy, and I noticed, dang, I'm getting his live. I kept beating up Jimmy, and every time I killed him, I kept getting his live. So I ended up having 8 or 9 lives. I can't remember how many it was, but all right, let me see if I can beat the game now. So I went through the game, beating up Jimmy, and then I got all his lives. You know, I died a couple of times, but I ended up going through the whole game and beating it. I beat it by myself, but hey, I may have cheated, but hey, I beat the game. That's all that matters. And it had a great ending. And this ending on Double Dragon 2 in the NES version is a lot better than the arcade version ending. You know, I ain't gonna spoil it for you guys, because you may sit down and play it one day. Just know that the NES version ending is better than the arcade ending. The arcade ending is kind of sad. It's kind of sad and depressing. That's all I'm gonna say. But ladies and gentlemen, Double Dragon 2, great game. I done played through it a whole bunch of times. Beat it maybe once or twice, but still, every time I play it, I enjoy it. It's one of my favorite beat 'em ups of all time. That's why I come to number 7 on my list. Coming in, ladies and gentlemen, once again, at number 7 is Double Dragon 2, The Revenge. All right, ladies and gentlemen, coming in, ladies and gentlemen, at number 6 is the Peacekeepers, also known as the Wrestling Beat Shinra in Japan, the Wrestling Beat series in Japan. Wow, now this game was freaking amazing. This game goes on a lot of people's radar. A lot of people probably have never heard of this game, but this game is awesome. This game has, let's see, how many characters? I think 4 you start off with, and I think you're going to unlock 2 or 3 unlockable characters. And the whole story is about this evil corporation, DM, that's pretty much done took over the world, pharmaceutical company, took over the world and doing some dirty and low down, dirty stuff to people. And you and the Peacekeepers got to go through the game and pretty much save the world. And in this game, ladies and gentlemen, it's one of the first games I ever played where you have branching paths and you have different endings. There's different endings to this game. I think there's like 3 or 4 different endings to this game. It's on the Super. Now keep in mind now, these different endings. This is a Super Nintendo cartridge that's doing all this. They're pretty tight. You have special moves, and you have special move. You have the angry mode where you can throw people, way across the screen. And my favorite character on there was Flynn. He was my favorite character. He pretty much can turn Super Saiyan. That's what I like about him. He can turn Super Saiyan. Like, oh! And you fly around the stage real good with him. It's pretty tight, man. I liked it. One of my favorite beat 'em ups of all time. Coming in, ladies and gentlemen, at number 6 is the Peacekeepers. right, ladies and gentlemen, coming in at number 5 is Brawl Brothers, also known as Rush and Beat. Forgot what it was over there in Japan. But the tight part about this game, ladies and gentlemen, a lot of people didn't know there's a code that you can put in to play as the Japanese version of this game. There's a code you put in and you can play as Rush and Beat. And the characters, only difference between Rush and Beat and Brawl Brothers is the character's name changed around. That's about it. Everything else is about the same. But overall, this game is a great game, ladies and gentlemen. I love Brawl Brothers. My favorite character was Hack, and he had this little lightning fist move. And you had also on this game, because this was before Peacekeepers. This game came out before Peacekeepers. You also had the angry mode on there. When you get angry, you can throw them all the way across the screen. You play as Hack, the Ninja, then Wendy, and then I forgot his name. Other guy on there named Slash. It's different in the Japanese version, but this whole game is pretty much the main bad guy. He'll kidnap your comrade, your homie, whoever you don't play with, they kidnap, and you end up having to fight a clone of them at the end of the stage. And once you beat the clone, you end up getting back your partner. And once you get back your partner, you're able to get back together. You got to go to storm the fortress at the end, which is a big old airship in the sky. You got to storm that fortress and beat the game, because the guy that doing all this, he crazy. He look all crazy, but he the one up to no good. But it's a pretty good storyline, pretty good plot, nice beat 'em up fun. You got your normal combos, your special moves. And what's tight about on this game, if you do your special move and you can keep doing your special move, but once you do it, if you don't get hit, you can regenerate your power back. That's pretty tight. Most beat 'em ups don't do that. Most beat 'em ups just take away your power and don't give you your power back. But this game, if you do your special move and you walk around a little bit, they'll show them, which is pretty tight back then for a Super Nintendo game. It's show them breathing real hard, but once they catch their breath, they get their power back, which is pretty tight. That helps you out a lot when you're playing this game. I beat Brawl Brothers, beat Peacekeepers, man. Great games to have. I never did beat the first in the Rush and Beat series. Rival Turf, never could beat it. Got to the last stage before, but never could beat it. One of these days I'm going to sit down and play through it. But ladies and gentlemen, coming in at number 5 is Brawl Brothers. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, coming in at number 4 has to be Streets of Rage 3, also known as Bare Knuckle 3 overseas. Ladies and gentlemen, this game used to catch a lot of flack. It still catches a lot of flack because it's, I guess, my opinion, I think it catches a lot of flack because it's just not as good as, the other Streets of Rages in the series. But Streets of Rage, in my opinion, Streets of Rage 3 is one of the best beat 'em ups out there. I done played through this game numerous of times. What's so tight about this game, when you play through Streets of Rage, is the differences. Like Streets of Rage 3, they took out Ash and they took out the whole storyline is different. The American version of this game is different from the Japanese version of this game. I played through both versions and I like them both, ladies and gentlemen. I done played through this game a whole bunch of times. At first it's hard. It's a very tough game. To me, Out of all the Streets of Rage I've played, it's probably the toughest one they ever made. This one really is tough, and there's like how many endings in this game? 1, 2, 3. I think there's 3 or 4 separate endings in this game. You can get an ending on easy mode, you can get a bad ending, and you can get a good ending. I think there's 3 endings in this game, which is pretty tight. That adds replay value. And you play as Axel, Blaze, Skate, Dr. Zan, and then you can unlock Rue. And who else do you play with on here? That's it. That's it. Overall, it's a great game, ladies and gentlemen. It catches a lot of flack. I understand why, because you know it just you know, when it comes to Streets of Rage, it's probably the lowest one. Not the lowest one. I don't know, but I don't know why it catches flack, because I done played through it and beat it a whole bunch of times. That's why it's come so high up on my list, ladies and gentlemen. I love me some Streets of Rage 3 or Bare Knuckle 3. Either one, you ain't gonna go wrong. It just took what Streets of Rage 2 did and added to it. I enjoyed it. I really enjoyed Streets of Rage 3. Great gameplay. Pretty much the American storyline is they kidnap the chief of police and try to replace him as with a robot. You got to try to save him, and then they end up framing Axel, and pretty good storyline. I like it. I love it. Music is not as good as it is on Streets of Rage 2, but the music is pretty decent for its time. I like it. Coming in, ladies and gentlemen, number 4 is Streets of Rage 3. Hey, can do my movement time. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, we're keeping this thing rolling. Coming in, ladies and gentlemen, at number 2 is Streets of Rage Remake. Wow. Now, ladies and gentlemen, I know y'all probably thinking, Sidekicks, Double Dragon, this ain't official games. These are all fan-made games. Man, sometimes the fans do better than the actual developers. For the longest, before Streets of Rage 4 came out, don't get me wrong, Streets of Rage 4 is a great game. Glad it came out. This was officially, in my opinion, Streets of Rage 4. Now, Streets of Rage Remake, free-to-play game, awesome game. The fans wanted Streets of Rage so bad, they took it and made their own version of it. I love this game. It has a whole bunch of characters that you can play and unlock in. You got, you know, your typical Streets of Rage character. You got Skate, you got Dr. Zan, you got Axel, you got Blaze, you got Max. You even can play with Shiva on here, which you can play on Streets of Rage 3, by the way, if I didn't say that already. You can play as Mr. X in here. You can play at Ash, the one they took out of Streets of Rage 3, you know, pretty much the gay character. Who else you can play? And you can play with a new character they made exclusively for the remake. I forgot her name. She's like a ninja type girl. And you can play with an old girl with the whip that whip you all the time. I forgot her name, but you can play with unlock all these characters on this game. And when also you can do different paths. There's different paths on here. There's so many different endings you can beat in this game. There's a whole different path set you can go. You can go to Streets of Rage 1 route, Streets of Rage 2 route, Streets of Rage 3 route. Then there's other routes you can go through in this game. And you can play, which is so tight, you can play Streets of Rage 1 way, Streets of Rage 2 way, or Streets of Rage 3 way, which I always play with the Streets of Rage 3 way because they give you that little power bar. You know that on Streets of Rage 3 the bar fills back up, and when the bar is full, you can always do your special move and it won't take no power. Which on Streets of Rage 2 and 1 you can't do that. But it gives you so many options, and when you beat the game, you can go to the Streets of Rage marketplace or whatever and buy different stuff. You can be a little freaky on there. You can buy where Blaze got her panties on there. You can buy You can unlock different characters by buying stuff in the store. Oh man, fans. Shouts out to y'all. Bomber Games, I think that's the name of the people that did it. They did an excellent job of making Streets of Rage remake. And for the longest, ladies and gentlemen, this was going to be my Streets of Rage 4, because I was like, man, we ain't going to never get no Streets of Rage 4. Sega just sitting on the thumbs, ain't doing nothing with it. And then all of a sudden, you know, Streets of Rage remake got so popular, Sega did a cease and desist order with Streets of Rage remake where you couldn't download it no more. I think officially you can't download it anymore. Where officially Bomber Games, they won't let them do it no more. I think if I can find a link, ladies and gentlemen, I'll have it down in the link down there in the description for you guys to download it. But for the longest, Sega did a cease and desist order on Bomber Games, told them to stop making content for it. But at least when they did that, it took fans making Streets of Rage remake for Sega to get up off their behind and make an actual sequel that us fans had always wanted. Appreciate you, Bomber Games. But ladies and gentlemen, if you can find this on the internet somewhere, I'm gonna see if I can find a link to it for you guys. Coming in, ladies and gentlemen, at number 2 for me is Streets of Rage remake. I'll tell you this, love. Remember that guy? Yeah, because I'll be laughing. Hoo-ha! Chicken. Oh, the bar. Yeah, I'm in bar hopping. Alrighty, ladies and gentlemen, we down to my final best beat 'em up game of all time, in my opinion. I've been playing beat 'em ups for a long time, ladies and gentlemen. I've been playing beat 'em ups ever since the Nintendo age. And to me, to this day, the best beat 'em up of all time, in my opinion, is Streets of Rage 2. Wow. Now, ladies and gentlemen, Sega. See, this is what happened in my opinion. I've been studying beat 'em ups for a while. Super Nintendo dropped the ball with Final Fight SNES. They dropped the ball with that. They just dropped the ball. And where they dropped the ball at, Sega picked it back up and they started the Streets of Rage series. Streets of Rage 1 was great. Don't get me wrong, it didn't make this list, but it still was a great game. Streets of Rage 2 improved on everything that Streets of Rage 1 was lacking. They made the graphics look better. They made the gameplay better. They just overall made a great game, ladies and gentlemen. And they gave you replay value because you can unlock the Mania mode on there. And Mania mode on there is ridiculous. They throw everything and but a kitchen sink at you. I think they throw that in there at you too. That's how hard it is. But oh man, this takes place directly after Streets of Rage 1. A year later, Mr. X he's still alive. This time he done kidnapped Adam. And now you got to play with Skate, which is my favorite Street Rage character. You play with Skate, Max. I call him the chiropractor. Max be breaking your back on them. Axel and then Blaze. And y'all got to go and pretty much save Adam this time. And it's overall just a great beat 'em up, clean, fun. What else can be said about Streets of Rage 2 that has not been said already, ladies and gentlemen? If you have not played Streets of Rage 2, I beg you, I implore you, please play Streets of Rage 2. You can play Streets Race 2 in many ways. It's on the Sega Classic Collection, PS4, Nintendo Switch, download on Nintendo Switch, I think. You can download on the PlayStation Network somewhere, Xbox Live. It's everywhere, ladies and gentlemen. It's on so many Sega collections. If you're a beat 'em up fan, please get Streets Race 2 in your collection. Streets Race 2 is just an overall great beat 'em up. Every time I play through Streets Race 2, ladies and gentlemen, I don't get bored. That's how you know a game is classic and great, when you play through it over and over again and you don't get bored. It lets you know you got your hit on your hand. I can go right now, fire up right now and play through Streets Race 2 and I would love it. That's how great the game is, ladies and gentlemen. Great gameplay, great storyline. Just overall great game. Sega, I give y'all credit. Sega picked up the ball where Nintendo dropped it. Sega picked it up and started running with it. That's why I'm so happy that we got a Streets Race 4, because all the Streets Races are great games, ladies and gentlemen. Streets Race 2, out of all 4 of them I played, and even better than the remake, although the remake comes close. Because this was close, ladies and gentlemen. I was gonna put the remake above Streets Race 2, but I'm playing Streets Race 2 too many times to put it above there, ladies and gentlemen. Remake it's good, don't get me wrong, it's a great game. Remake is great, but 2 I guess I gotta give 2 number 1 because of nostalgia reasons, because how many times I done played it. I done bought Streets Race 2 I got the original cart. I rebought every time they come out with a Sega Genesis collection and Streets Race 2 is on there. 9 times out of 10, I'm gonna buy it, because that's how great the game is to me. Love Streets Race 2. Thank you, Sega, for giving us one of the best beat 'em ups of all time, ladies and gentlemen. I gotta give it credit. That's my top 20. Well, ladies and gentlemen, that about wraps it up for this rendition of my top 20 favorite beat 'em ups of all time. Leave comments below, ladies and gentlemen, of your top 20 favorite beat 'em ups of all time. I love to hear, see y'all comments down in the comment section. Maybe I missed some, There's so many beat 'em ups out there that I'm pretty sure I missed some. So just leave me your top 20 favorite down in the comment section, or top 10, however many you want to put down there. I don't care. I just want to know about it. Just let me know down in the comment section. Thank you guys and girls so much for watching. Stay tuned for more great videos on the way. Double Dragon 912 signing out. Peace out.
Mm-hmm.